Welcome back everyone, this is Code Zealot, and today we're going to look at the TP command and the teleport command in Minecraft. Now, as you can tell, I've been busy today planting some trees and building a house, and also doing a little bit of exploring on this flat map, and I found out that there's an NPC village not too far away. This is just perfect, because today, when we look at how to teleport, we're going to be teleporting from that town, and then back to my house. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we get to typing out the TP command, I want to go ahead and show you guys what I've been working on, and how it's going to apply to the teleportation commands. So here's my house. It's not much, it's kind of small, but it's kind of homey. I have all the essentials down here in the bottom, with my crafting table and furnace and bed. And then up on top, I have a spot to put my armor, with a nice model of my own player head. And then some music, and a little bit of simple redstone stuff, just, simple on and off switches. So anyways, that's my house, and if we go outside now, I'll introduce you guys to my horse, Sakari, and my pig, Sui. Now, today as we look at the TP command, and this is why. In the last video, we talked about the target selectors that we can use in Minecraft with our commands. And today, both Sakari and Sui are going to be the perfect test subjects for us to use those target selectors and the TP command all at once. So let's go ahead and get started with the TP command. As we learned in the last video, we don't have to memorize every single command as we go through this series just yet. We'll get them memorized in time, but it'll happen because we're going to use the commands over and over in fun ways, and not because we're going to sit down and memorize exact syntax for every command. So the way we're going to go about that is if we go ahead and type our commands into the chat and then press enter, we'll be given the exact syntax of the command without having to memorize it. Now, the TP command looks a little bit intimidating right now, but it's really just because it's extra long. And the reason for that is that there are two different ways that you can use this command. If you look at the top section of the line, you'll see that the first option, it goes all the way over here until the OR. And then the second option continues until the end of the second line. Now, let's go ahead and start with the second option, because we need to learn about coordinates, which are these X, Y, and Z sections of the code. So let's go ahead and talk about coordinates now. So as you guys may already know, coordinates are a way to represent in numerical data where you are on the Minecraft map. Now, if you think about it, the Minecraft map is really just one big grid. It has a north and south axis and an east and west axis. In addition to this, it also has what's called a y-axis, and this is because the Minecraft map has depth. That is, you can go up and down on the map. So if I go ahead and get a block here, and then jump and place it, I've now gone up on the y-axis. Now let's look at the north and south axis and the east and west axis, or as they're also known, the x and the z coordinates. If you look on the screen, you'll see that I have a note about how you can exactly pull these up based on your operating system. So go ahead and take a look at that for now. I'm going to go ahead and press function F3 since I'm using Mac OS X. Now that we have the debug screen pulled up, you can see that there's a lot of information that we can look at. But all we need to look at now are the X, Y, and Z coordinates displayed right here. Worthy of note also, though, is if you go down 3 lines, you can see that there's a section that says facing. This makes it much easier to figure out which way we want to go with the coordinates. So instead of having to figure out where we're going by going like this and watching all the coordinates move, we can simply read the facing line to see that we're now facing south towards positive z, and if we rotate, we're facing west towards negative x, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can use these coordinates to move around the map with the TP command. Alright everyone, so as promised, we're going to teleport from my house to that town way off there in the distance, as you can see right through the trees. So let's go ahead and use our very first TP command to get from here to there. We're going to type /TP and press enter just so we can see the command to make it a little easier. Then we're going to type /TP, and then we're going to use the target selector variable we learned in the last video to teleport the nearest player, which is ourselves, since we're the only player on this map. Then we're going to go ahead and press space, and now we're going to type in the coordinates to where we want to go. Now, I've already got these coordinates, so we can go ahead and just teleport there, and you don't have to worry about the actual numbers. They're just representing the exact spot on the grid that we want to go. So there we go. We have the X, the Y, and the Z coordinates all